Good morning, Soul Family. Well, it's almost noon. I've been cleaning and listening, and you know what? I didn't do a reading for myself this morning. Shoot. I should have done that, you know, to prepare myself. I've been in my head a lot. So I'm going to have you guys, I always look around to see what is it that you guys are supposed to choose from. Woo! I've got freaking daddy long legs everywhere. This living in a lake house, it's awful because, you know, they're my messengers, and I'm constantly vacuuming up their webs, and I swear I've got a congregation in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right here above my desk. I want to get that thing that vacuums, because I can't kill them. You know, it takes me forever to catch them and then drop them outside. But they're making a mess. What's good about it is that they're getting all these little gnats that are hanging out that come in the door. But yuck, you know, I don't like this. I mean, I'm cleaning this constantly. Overnight, they've got this web of creation. And it is a web of creation, so we're going to have to use them as our animal totem. Now, the things that you guys are going to choose from today, they take up a lot of room, so I'm going to have to show them to you. I'll just lift them up and show them to you. They take up too much room for me to lay out here on the counter. So, we're going to go with, these are I have a friend that I bought the artwork that I got in Sedona, you know, the one of the girl on the horse, the rebirth. This is her gallery, Insight Gallery in Sedona. If you guys want to, if you're in Sedona, you should really go. It's a cool little shop. It's in the back off of the main drag when you're going up the hill, across from Talakapake, and up to the shopping area. And in Old Sedona, not in West Sedona. Insight Galleries. It's in the same little center as Ken's Creekside, which has got the best breakfast and the best food, so I'm giving you a place to go. So this is one of the cards that I got. I got specific cards for my twin soul when I was living in Sedona, and I saw these when I was the last time I was there, and this is what he used to say to me, or he said to me actually, blessings on your journey. So I got this for him, or in memory of him. And you see a white horse, a white fox, and a white eagle. The white animals are sacred, and you see the warrior, the Indian. So they're shapeshifters is what there's so much going on in this. I mean, I could read this card forever. There's the great horned owl. These are actually probably all totems of his. They're definitely totems of mine. I'm interested in this right here, this little symbol in the doorway. And isn't it interesting, the moon? There's the moon, the new moon, but that also looks like the moon to me. And it's above what I suppose could, to me, at first, you know what I saw? I saw like a chainsaw, like shredding your dreams. That's false, shedding your false dreams. And here's new dreams, or this is the old world. But now what I see is a dragon, right? It could be the back of a fish since this is his card. So that will be water. I got this one for myself, because that's me. Walk gently on with your wild nature. So that's going to be fire. And I have, my best friend had this in her store in Sturgeon Bay. It's a little kid's puzzle, but I love it because it's the bluebirds of happiness and the rainbow, which is a promise of good things after the storm. And this is love and healing and growth. So that will be air. And then this I don't know when I got this, but that'll be earth. Things happen for a reason, just believe. Okay, so those are the things that you guys are going to choose from. Let me put you back over here so you can look out the window. I went up to Idlewild yesterday and I posted a gazillion pictures. I was really excited to find that my sanctuary was not destroyed, but boy, a lot of the mountain was. But it was nice for me to get up there. It was beautiful. And we had a lot of animal messengers that were just playing with me the whole time. Playing. They were so funny. It was all about being light and silly, and it was the perfect place to be. I could live there. I really could, you know. I thought at first before I moved here to Canyon Lake, I was trying to find a place up there, and my daughter talked me out of it. My daughter that doesn't do anything with me. Well, it's too far. We won't see you. Okay, I don't see you anyway, and it's too small, and you're gonna get claustrophobia and blah blah blah. I don't leave my house here, right? Like rarely. And I went up there yesterday, and I thought, you know what, I could live there. And they get snow sometimes in the winter. So it was pretty cool. And I hope you enjoyed the reading. I thought it was very lighthearted. And it was definitely talking a lot about forward movement and making choices and going. Like, it wasn't even so much, it was like, you already know what your choice is, get going. Pisces, the water signs, I'm a Pisces moon. And it was interesting. There was something that seemed urgent about moving quickly. So I'm curious to see what comes up today. There's something going on, something deep. I'm just looking to see if I'm seeing the osprey right now. Or is that a pelican? It's a big ass bird. Oh, it's a big gray blue heron. Pretty. Okay, so a roommate that I had that we had a falling out. There was a lot of issues. The fellow across the street, I met him, and he was a nice guy, and he kind of liked me, but he wasn't really my kind of a person, right? Not that he was a bad person. He just was more of a party person and not really into the spirituality. Although while he was around me, he found himself, he said, "You're driving me insane because everywhere I go now I'm seeing 12:12 and 11:11, and why is this happening?" And I said, "Because Spirit's trying to wake you up." And anyway, that roommate that moved into it was a big house we all lived in. We shared a kitchen. Basically just her and I shared the kitchen. And we were friends at first, and then it got kind of stressful. She had been in a really bad abusive relationship, and she was going through a lot, but I introduced her to the guy across the street. She saw him, she was like, "He's really cute." And I said, "Yeah." So I took her over and I said, "This is so-and-so, blah, blah, blah." Anyway, they started dating very soon after that, and we had, like I said, things got really tense. It wasn't good, and I kind of disconnected myself for quite a while, and my landlord knew her as well. And he texted me this morning, and he goes, "Have you seen this?" And they got married. And I got to tell you, I'm emotional. A little while ago, I said on one of my readings that there was a couple people that I felt like I should unblock. Remember somebody that was kept trying to contact me. That's probably why she was trying to contact me. And so I did. I unblocked her, but I didn't, contact her really. I didn't. I just kind of let it go. And because there were some people that we know that we're supposed to let go of the issues and forgive the situation, but you don't necessarily want them back in your life. And then there's others who, you've disconnected from, you've given yourself space. Remember I said you've given yourself space. That doesn't mean that means you're not going to be around them for all eternity, right? It doesn't mean that. So I texted her this morning, and I just said, Pat just sent me, I'm getting really emotional. Wow. That you got married. I just said, "I'm so very happy for you." She's been through a lot, and it was nice. That was really nice. That's one. I'm really, really happy for both of them. And she said, "Thank you, sweetie. I hope you're doing well." I said, "I'm good. I'm good. And you were a beautiful bride." They got married in Vegas. It's so funny. She's in a beautiful white dress, and her and David are just standing there. I think they were I don't know where they were, in New York. It was funny. But that made me feel really happy. And I sent that back to my landlord, and I think he was a little surprised. And I'm like, you know what? Just because I kind of, stopped somebody from being around my life for a while doesn't mean I hate them. I'm really happy for them both. So that was really nice. I like that. And you know, I saw that, you know, in my dream the other night. Remember how I said that I was in this place and this person was hitting on me, and I said, no, I'm not really interested, thank you, but my friends here, they like you. That was me. That was me telling him about her. It wasn't what I saw in my dreams. In my dreams I saw, it was a completely different scenario, but it was the same. I mean, mirrors and mirrors and mirrors, right? So clearly somebody else in my life has had that same situation happen. And I'm just glad, you know. That means there's someone for everyone, right? They were very suited. They were very suited. They should be together. So, all right, I think we've got our cards ready. We're going to be working with, whoops, I got to plug this in because my battery's a little low from all of my, you know, uploadings and everything. Okay, let me put my volume down so we don't get interrupted. And we will start at 11 minutes with water signs. Blessings on your journey. Isn't that a beautiful thing to say? That's why I have that at the end of my, all of my posts. If you look at when I'm speaking about, you know, if you would like to have a reading done or whatever, blah, 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 or any, you know, my weekly video, at the bottom of it, it says, blessings on your journey. And that was his beautiful way of saying goodbye, right? Or ending my, actually we weren't saying goodbye that night. He kind of got mad at me, and that was the night he asked me if I was his twin soul, and I said no. And he said, fine, you're not ready. Go do your work, and when he finds you, don't push away what your soul's been longing for. Blessings on your journey. He was mad at me. Okay, so blessings on your journey. May the great sacred beasts shadow you and protect you, and you shred away the false dreams and illusions, and your beautiful new beginnings and wishes come true. All right. Hey, that works for me too, right? Because I'm a water sign too as well. I'm a Pisces moon. I'm mostly water. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. So here we see the barn owl. I mean, I feel like that looks like a snowy owl. I just got to look at a snowy owl. I've got to see a snowy owl because I always want to call the one the other. It's all pretty much white. Right? That's a snowy owl. Okay. Thank you. So the snowy owl is the silent flyer. You speak of the high priestess. The high priestess is secrets. The high priestess is intuition. It's also known as the Pisces card. There may be secrets, but there may be secrets coming forward. There may be a message coming, enlightening you about secrets. It's a very emotional letter because it's dipped in the water. There's been a transformation. It's the new moon. I'm looking at the pillars and I'm seeing justice, balanced. I also see two pillars, speaking of two individuals, both of the highest caliber, quality, but they're on opposite sides of this emotional waters. And maybe this messenger bringing this emotional message is going to change that. But right now it's time to pause and reflect and not take action. The owl, the snow owl, is the silent flyer and the observer. I heard in my highest self many times. That's why I like to observe. Stops me from making mistakes. Smart man, right? So, the snow owl. They're symbolic of death. So deaths are the end of something, a transition, a new beginning. Which you would see the transition with the butterfly flying up. They're wanting you to pay attention to the winds of change. Maybe you're about to leave something behind, a situation that no longer serves you, bringing in a new. There's something that you need to listen more closely to and look out for the subtle signs around you. Pay attention to your dreams, to other people's messages, to information you might be picking up, because this owl picks up hidden information, but it also helps you uncover your hidden potential and abilities. So it helps you with your intuitive nature. The owl is always saying, see past the illusion. Remember he said in my head, I'm not who you think I am, see past the illusion. This is him. This is probably him coming forward with this information. So they help you see past deception. They help you see past illusion, see what's hidden. Also, if you have this as your messenger, it symbolizes your ability to cut through the illusions, and you can figure out what's actually going on with somebody. They have a different situation going on than actually is what's being shown. So this is a very good totem to call in and call upon the wisdom of the snow owl for discernment and making decisions based on solid foundations. Now see these two pillars? They're solid, right? They're on the ground. They're not in their emotional waters. So you don't want to make choices when things are unclear to you. So right now, Spirit's saying pause and reflect. Don't take any action right now. Nothing is hidden from Spirit or your highest self. I did get a message this morning that there is someone, a family member that keeps blowing you off. They're involved in something they shouldn't be. It's not in your highest good. We'll leave it at this. The snowy owl, the blue butterfly, represents speech, also represents flight, right? Leaving, sadness. There's definitely information that's coming from a distance, emotional information. Or maybe you need to dip your words into your emotional waters and have things be a little bit more, have a little bit more feeling. Maybe you need to speak with feeling. This is about planning, because you don't want to move ahead without knowing something, right? You've got to get clear on what's going on around you. There's a lot of things right now that you should not say. So meditate on what it is that you know. Keep listening, trusting in your intuition. Watch what's going on to others. Listen to what they're saying, but don't give any information out. You're going to be acting very shortly, but not at this moment. So you think of the owl's eyes. They're huge. They see in the complete darkness. Nothing gets past them. They silently observe you. They are very, okay, I got ringing in my left ears. Left ear. Wow, left ears, I say. So we both do. Okay. I'm watching you. I'm keeping an eye on you. You're safe, is what I'm hearing. You're safe. Soon will be time to take flight. Not yet. This is about waiting for the perfect moment to take flight. And definitely trusting in what your intuition is telling you. 2. The number 2 is important. The number 2 is telling you that everything is fine and it's going to continue to be that way. So keep believing, because your feelings of hope lead to a more positive outcome. And Spirit can help you buoy your faith with that. Help you, if it's difficult for you, ask them. Ask them to help you remain positive, optimistic, upbeat, and light. It's a very heavy situation. It's a very emotional situation. Somebody may have flown in with some information from afar, and it's upsetting or emotional to you. I've watched it in my dreams. Somebody overseas. Others don't know that person is there. The person is safe. You may have gotten that information, or maybe I'm telling you that now. It might have left you a little bit stunned, or maybe you were aware of it. But you're safe. And look at these beautiful wings. These are strong wings. They make no sound when they fly. If you've ever watched, there's a video. It comes on Facebook sometimes of a hawk and an owl, a snow owl, and I think another. And they fly from one side of this large room to another. And the hawk makes a really beautiful sound. It's very light, but very beautiful. But the snow owl, nothing. Silent. Okay, this This is really, really, really interesting to me that this is in reverse. Because I said today, and I'm going to do this. I don't like to look at the cards before you guys see them with me. But this was the card that fell out yesterday. And when I did the reading, I remember I shuffled them all around because I didn't want to give it to any specific sign. And when I got it, it came up in the reverse. But it wasn't meant to be in the reverse yesterday. So we read it in the reverse yesterday. I'm going to read it in the upright today. If you want the reverse, I'll give you a quick, but it is meant to be read. And I thought about that yesterday as I was listening to the reading on the way back down the mountain. And I thought, shoot, everything was in reverse in the cards yesterday except for that one card that was meant to come up in upright. And I didn't do it that way because I didn't want you guys to see me flip it and think, oh, she just doesn't want it in reverse. No, that wasn't the situation. It was meant to be read in the upright. So clearly it wasn't meant to be read in the upright for that group of people, but it is for this group, this person, or whoever picks this. So this is talking about mending. This is about forgiveness. This is about healing after arguments. This could be something that has happened really, really difficult, like what we see in the first message, right? Something awful has been done. Very, very emotional. It's left you stunned. You're shocked. You're basically rendered speechless with what has happened and who has done this. So it could be very, very difficult for you to want to make amends or forgive. But you're carrying a very, very heavy burden, and you need to be able to fly free. That's why interesting that those dreams are being shredded on a chain, like on a table saw, just sliced, right? And he's doing it. But there's a new moon up above. And so this is really, really important right now. We need to heal the pain, the memories, the resentment, the arguments. We need to stop rehearsing those over and over and over. We need to stop renumerating. We need to stop focusing on that. This is about healing wounds, and even if it's your own wounds that need to be healed at this time, that you need to let go of the hurts, because we need to claim our own power again. We need to move forward. You're shredding your dreams here. Maybe you feel like somebody shredded your dreams, but they didn't. And as long as you have that mindset, you need to find peace. So it's about making amends with others, or even just forgiving in order for you to set yourself free. So in a relationship, it could be where you must just forgive in order to fly on, to move forward. In this situation, everyone's moving forward, right? So shred the sadness in the past. Let that go. Whether you're separate or whether you're together, you and that person are still experiencing pain. Even if you're not really aware of what's going on, it can affect your health, it can affect your sleep, it clearly affects your mood. You may think, I put them out of my mind, but you haven't. So the energy needs to be cleared. So what can you do? Because shutting your heart down and closing everybody else off, that is not blessings on your journey. Maybe that's what you need to say to them. Blessings on your journey. I don't want to, I'm not going to be with you. You're not my friend. I'm not going to have a part of this. I don't even like you. Now, if this is a family member, I don't like you, but that doesn't mean that there isn't love down underneath all of that hurt. You don't have to like somebody. You can just say blessings on your journey. See you later. That's your side. This is mine. I'm out. But you have to allow this wound to heal. And what would love do? What would love do? Would it continue to badger yourself or the other situation? What happened with me, with my person that got married, it was pretty brutal. I got shredded several times, thrown under the bus over and over. I was lied about, all kinds of stuff. That person was very insecure, had a drinking problem. There was a lot of issues. Had been through a lot, but it wasn't my fault, right? So I was basically the fallout guy. But it felt really good, the release, to just let that go and see that something very positive happened in that person's life. So everybody makes mistakes as well, right? When we want something, maybe you wanted something really bad. Maybe that what's being shredded there is a plan, an idea, a dream, a business, a project that you put a lot of time and energy into, something you really wanted, and it was completely shredded by somebody that you know. It could even have been a family member. Or maybe it was you. You went chasing after that beautiful, shiny thing. And what did you lose? You lost reality. Sometimes we make choices that look really good when we make them, and then it's proven to us how really bad it is, which leads to loss or failure. So it's time to forgive yourself and anyone else involved. This is not about blaming. This is about, guess what? This is about starting over. There's a new moon moving forward. Blessings on your journey. Moving forward. Take flight. Don't be weighed down with all of this heavy emotion. This could be a judgment coming down, because this looks like the court justice, right? Courthouse. Somebody could be delivering a verdict that is very emotionally upsetting. You can't carry that. That's not for you to carry. So forgive yourself and anyone that's taken advantage of you. I did. It felt really good. It was a beautiful release. Let go and learn. You now know what to look out for, right? You're not as naive as you once were. And as long as you learn something from it, the situation wasn't wasted. It wasn't a waste of time or energy. That is how that card was meant to be read. I'm grateful that it came up. Well, I will give it to you for those that are saying, wait a minute, what about us that don't have that situation? What does it mean for us? Well, it was in the weekly reading that I just uploaded, but I will tell you, it's kind of basically in reverse. It's about heartbreak. It's about loss, about seeing the bigger picture. It's about not being overly dependent on other people when we can't hold ourselves together. It allows us also to have empathy, because there are times when we can't hold ourselves together. So like my friend that went through all that and didn't handle herself well. I was the person that took the brunt of that. I'm sure she doesn't feel good about that, And it felt good to just let it go. It's okay. I'm alive. It didn't kill me. I mean, it painted me in a bad light. I look like a bad person, and she can't really go back and, I guess she could. She could probably go back and tell the truth, but usually people don't want to, because then they look really bad. It's no big deal to me. It's like water off a duck's back. I would rather have peace in my life than have that. So this is about the fact that, we all have pain and suffering, and we all get shit done to us. And we do. And we all don't get compensation for it. I have somebody who keeps trying to come back into my life. Somebody that completely sabotaged me. Somebody that set me up for an ambush. I was physically beat up. It's years ago. But the person led me into that ambush purposely. And I'm not sitting here angry at that person, but I don't want to reconnect. They do. I don't. That was brutal. Brutal. So here's a situation just like that, right? That was pain and suffering. If you could have seen what happened to my body. I was beaten to a pulp because someone who was my friend led me into an ambush. So here's my exact example. Blessings on your journey, right? I don't want you a part of mine. That was a lesson for me. It was painful. It was huge. It was about who is a true friend and who is not. And that just shows me that that character, whether you were young or not, if that person ever came to me and wanted to say, hey, and wanted to address that situation, that would make it different. But when they don't, it's best for you just to forgive the situation and walk away. It hurt. And maybe your heart's hurting. But know that just because that was done by someone else, someone took advantage of you and hurt you, someone that you trusted, doesn't mean that everyone is going to be that way in your life. There are people that are trustworthy and loving and good. Okay, at 29 minutes, we go to fire signs. Walk gently with your wild nature. Rawr. See this little kitty in its emotional waters, the reflection coming behind this cat? I find that interesting. We can't see him. Ooh, it's a him. Oh, I just noticed that. I mean, I know this is me, but I just noticed that this tiger has blue eyes. Right? But right here in the water, there's another tiger coming behind, kind of camouflaged, going into the rainforest. See the fish right here? This looks like the Jewish candle. What is that called? That they light. Isn't it? Is it the menorah? I always get the little. I always get the little hats that they wear and the candle mixed up. The candelabra. That's the menorah. Looks like the menorah to me. The holiday of Hanukkah. 7. How interesting. I told you 7 is my number. 7 branches. Wait. The Hanukkah, or Chanukah, or Hanukkah, 9-branched, lit during the 8-day holiday, as opposed to the 7-branched menorah used in the ancient temple. The menorah is what I'm looking at. How interesting. 7 is my number. This was the lampstand that was made up in the wilderness by Moses. Remember when I said when the great wave comes, go to the mountain with the tablets? And I always thought that it was the tablets, like the 10 Commandments. And I said, I feel like Moses wandering in the wilderness, never going to get into the promised land. Where the hell is my twin? There they are, wandering together at least, right? There's the menorah. It's interesting. Okay. Swan, Queen of Summer. Compassionate, loving, giving, psychic. Queen of Summer. So the Queen of Summer, I think she would be the Queen of Air. Right? She's in the upright. I didn't flip her. Queen of Summer in tarot. She's a swan. The swan always leads you back to the story. Actually, she's the Queen of Cups. She's the Queen of Cups. This is great, great love. She always thought she was the ugly duckling and didn't realize until she grew up and looked in the mirror that she was this beautiful swan, very unique and different than everyone else, but not strange, not ugly at all. Yes, very unique. I like the fact that she has, they're showing her as the Swan Queen. They show her as the Queen of Cups because the long neck, it's kind of like the giraffe. That's why they call her very psychic. She's able to see into the future with that long neck. She swims easily upon her emotional waters. This is deep emotion, heightened intuition. Trust what you're getting. Don't ignore your own needs while caring for others, where oftentimes that's what happens. This is a very loving, nurturing, mothering energy who is very, very focused on taking care of everyone else. She has very compassionate nature. She's intuitive. She's a place of emotional security. She's swimming on the unconscious waters, so she's very tapped into her dream time. She's very, very sensitive, a good mother. Knows how to connect with people emotionally, and not on just the normal level, right? She's intuitive. She feels your energy. She's fair and she's honest. She has an open heart. She's often a healer, a psychic, a counselor. She knows what's going on before you open your mouth, and she can give you help and solutions to problems relating to relationships or your emotions or your feelings, because she feels that. She's empathetic. Her intuition is very, very strong, and she trusts it implicitly. This can represent someone in your life, or this can be a part of you. This is a mature female. She has the strongest intuition of all. Pure water. The only one that rivals her. I find this really crazy, incredible. I really do. I've got to tell you, the person will know who I'm talking about. It's getting really emotional right now. The only one who rivals her in her intuition is the High Priestess. These two are a team. This can be a male, this can be a female, this can be a female, this can be a male. In our case, this is the female, this is the male. The fact that they came together at the same, this is incredible. So right now the Queen of Cups is being told, the Queen of Summer, this is summer, the end of summer now. You need to empathize right now. This is a time for true compassion. This is not about logical thinking right now because it's an emotional time. This one looks stunned. This is a time for love, sensitivity. Because the Queen of Cups or Summer is so emotionally connected and sensitive, sometimes they can be passive. Sometimes people can take advantage of them or kind of breed on their willingness to help. And that's why she has to take care of herself. She's just drawn to ones who are struggling, who are suffering, and they are drawn to her because her soul path is to heal broken hearts. She's a light. Look at, they both have the new moon. There's nothing false about this. This is very genuine. The caring is real. She's very, very responsive to other people, and because of that, as I said, needs to maintain a balance. That's why it's good that the High Priestess says, I like to observe, it stops me from getting in trouble. And that's what has to be balanced with this situation, because we can lose ourselves by helping too much. This can be, as I said, a male and a female that does this. People will take advantage of this, the caring and the love, because it is so genuine and they do feel that this is their path. So it's very, very important to remember self-love and not be giving of yourself to the point where you're allowing yourself to be run down. We have to learn to give from our overflow. We can't give from what we need. We need to fill ourselves, and once that flows over, then we give from that surplus. Right now, the Queen of Cups and Queen of Summer is telling you what you're getting, you're clear. You might be paying attention to other people's needs too much and not taking care of yourself, and you may be emotionally drained. You need to be very careful. I was shown this morning, there's a Pisces female energy that finds me their enemy and is pulling from my energy. And I thought, geez, I don't feel like I have enemies. I don't see it that way, but it just is another reminder to make sure our borders are protected. And don't find yourself being emotionally drawn into situations, back into situations that you once took yourself out of because they were negative, right? It's good to say kind words and leave it at that, but, you know, blessings on your journey. Walk gently with your wild nature. So sometimes she might feel a little bit overtired. You'll see her with bags under her eyes. She doesn't sleep a lot because she's overgiving and she's not taking care of herself. So it would be good to try and talk this one into giving themselves a treat. Go to a spa, relax, go on a holiday. It's okay to give back to yourself. It's also talking about your self-worth and not seeing yourself as you really are. Imagine. I like these all together. This is a really beautiful reading this morning, or noontime, or whatever it is. Imagine they all go together. I want them all three here. beautiful together. So imagine your most beautiful life. Look again, you guys. 3 new moons. Full circle completion. The Ascended Masters assisting you. That's a great wave. That's a great wave. Wow. I'm now seeing this as flight. Leaving. Moving forward over your emotional water somewhere. Imagine. Whew. Sorry, I'm emotional right now. So we're seeing again the number 2. It's all going to be okay. We have to keep our thoughts focused on what it is that we want to see happen. What the highest feeling thought. What is the better feeling thought? Think that. Does it feel good to think what you're thinking right now? No? Then don't think it. I named our weekly reading, Smile, be silly, life is not that tragic, it will work out. That's what Spirit's telling us. So this is about imagination, visualization. This is about creativity and illusions again. This is because, again, we're seeing the emotional, the water. If you can see in the center, there's someone rising up out of this water. Their back is to us, long hair or a cloak, arms stretched up to the new moon. Rising up out of your emotional waters. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do with your life? What do you think you have to have in your life in order to be happy? Whatever we can imagine, we can create. Over and over and over again. I imagine that. I'm in nature. I need water and nature. I need water and nature. I'm manifesting that into my life. Next to my bed is a little cabin house. I don't manifest big things materially because I'm not really focused on that. I do want to manifest being sufficiently financially supported and being able to do my work easily. I don't want to have to stress over money, worry about it at all, ever. I want good health and love and good friends. That's mostly primary for me. Otherwise, the material things are small. So what is it that you want to see have happen in your life? What is it that you're truly desiring? You should be spending each time thinking about it every day. Vision board, meditation. When you have a vision board, you can see yourself reaching those goals. If there's somewhere you want it to go, you put it on your vision board, your dream board. I call it a dream board. What do you want to see happen? You put that on your dream board, and one by one as they happen, you see that you are manifesting. My girlfriend Erica is amazing at manifesting because of her dream board. She generally starts her dream board in about November and finishes it, for the new year. Last year, she said by October she had manifested everything before the year was even done. So what is it that your soul is calling for? Remember, my twin said to me, go out there, go find it, and don't push away. When he finds you, your twin soul, don't push away what your soul has been longing for. Embrace it. Right? So that's what you want to do. You want to go out there after what your soul is longing for. Put that out there. Put that vision out there for yourself. Imagine them right now and imagine them that they're done. Thank you for A, B, or C, D, right? Repeat it. What we believe happens. It'll feel magical, but it's you manifesting. Thank you for this beautiful reading for fire signs. I love that. At 44 minutes, we go to air signs. Isn't this cool? I just heard I would love to have this in my school bus. my home, my motor home. I have some beautiful pictures, I really do, but this is like a kitchen picture to me. I like this. Actually, it should be in my office, shouldn't it? I need something stronger to hold it up. There we go. Okay. It's just happy, isn't it? I'm in love with my tripod. $1.99. Gotta love the dollar store, you know? Wow. 3 of summer. And look at this, you guys. Look at that. Wow. 3 happy birds. 3 hummingbirds. We'll call them hummingbirds today. This is a time for celebration. Look at that, you guys. Look at the colors of the flowers and the rainbow. And there you see 3 reasons for celebration. You have an exciting reason to celebrate. Engagement, wedding, birth announcement, being around friends. This is friends. This is friendship and happiness. I was celebrating this morning with my friend that got married. And I'm happy to say my friend, right? I don't think of that person as my enemy. I liked her. I'm going to bring her a little gift. I know what I'm going to get her. Wow. So, hummingbirds are talking about lifting your energy, about grabbing the sweetness in life. You're accomplishing what might seem impossible because, look, there's been difficulty, but when the rainbow comes, there's beautiful things coming. Beautiful things in store. Look at the vibration flowing out from these ones. These ones have a good vibration. They're vibing on the same frequency, which is positive. These are good friends. This is happiness. This is parties, celebration. This is great. Graduation, possibly. Maybe someone's having a baby. Maybe somebody's getting promoted at work. Whatever. You can just celebrate the day. This is a day of celebration. I'm celebrating today that I had that conversation this morning and it felt good. I'm celebrating their marriage. I'm happy for them. This is celebration of soul family. I spent a long time talking to a friend in Wisconsin yesterday. I woke up this morning and was text messaging back and forth with Erica, my friend from Wisconsin. I talk to my Uncle Phil almost every day. That's soul family, right? That's the importance in knowing that soul family is there. And it's about expressing yourself. They're talking to each other. I said in the weekly reading, you call somebody your best friend because maybe they were at one time, but you don't really hang out with them. You don't have the same values. They're really not your best friends. You spend time with your best friends. This is about the importance of spending time with your best friends. They are so accomplished, hummingbirds. They're beautiful, their colors. They're able to fly in mid-air, like standing still. They remind me of Michael Jackson, the moonwalk. You know, people looked at him when he first came out and danced. It was like, wow, how does he do that? Talented. That's like these guys. Aerodynamically and correctly built, right? Just like a black man should have been not given as much notoriety as he was. There was so much there's so much hatred and bigotry in the world, right? I loved Michael Jackson from the time I was a kid. Very good. I met him one day. I met him. I was in Vegas. And we were just strolling through this hotel and somebody said, Michael Jackson's here. He's opening up or, you know, some kind of an art gallery that he had stuff in. And I went and I stood there and I was wearing this pink Pamela Anderson hat, this big tall river hat. I was all tan. And he came out and he walked straight to me. And he took my hand and he said, hello. And his voice was very, very gentle. I felt his energy. He held my hand. He was very kind, very gentle, very shy. I could feel that energy. And when everyone saw him, they rushed forward and there were little metal gates kind of things in front of, between us, right? That scared him. He was literally scared. He ran back, pushed back. But he had my hand and I thought, I knew his energy was good. People talked shit about him. They said bad things about him, and I knew it wasn't true. I knew it wasn't true. Spirit already showed me. He was successful. He was abused by his father. He was controlled by his brothers. He was more talented than all of them, underestimated big time, and finally rose to the fame that he deserved, but was tortured by so many things. Beautiful, beautiful soul. He reminds me of someone I love very much. And I always think of that white glove, innocence. I can't even remember why that came up right now, but it did. It was important. It just came out. So, because of what hummingbirds are able to accomplish. So this may be you. What if that's you that I just described? Are you someone like that? He had a tragic ending. You don't have to. You can accomplish what you will accomplish, what might seem impossible to others and even to you. And you know how you'll accomplish it? By Spirit's guidance. This could be your spirit family, your soul family, by people who love you. They aren't your birth family. They're soul family and spirit. And they will support you. These two rushing up to this one saying, it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. We want to be with you. You are like us. We accept you. You might not belong with the other birds, but we think you're amazing because you're like us. So be around people like you. They can fly great, great distances tirelessly with those little tiny wings. The things that they can do, no other bird can do. I got dive bombed by a beautiful hummingbird yesterday. The hummingbird that I'm speaking about right now. That was his energy. Hummingbird talks about promises that we make to the ones that we love. Talks about how we protect the ones that we love. I'm getting prickles in my left hand. This is about honoring your promises and your vows. Between worlds. Do you feel like you're between worlds right now? One side of the world seems very, very dull, gray, lifeless, boring. The other side's simply filled with color. And all you have to do is walk from one side to the other. Maybe you're not fully out of that dark period, but you are mostly into the new period. It's just your ass that's in the back, right? Don't let the screen door slam your ass on the way out. I would say let it slam your ass and push you through, because look, most of you is through into the bright new world. Let the past go. Blessings on your journey and theirs too. Close the door on the past. You're not quite out of that side, but you're fully present in this one, right? Which is kind of like, that's a balance you got to strike here. It could be that you are temporarily blindsided. Look at who's with you. Look who's with you. Your hummingbird. Right with you, and look what's going on. The hummingbird's watching your back. I like that. You keep going forward. There's confetti all down here. Reasons for celebration again. You're being protected by, look again, the number 3. The Ascended Masters. They're working with you closely. This is celebration for you. There's light from your crown chakra shooting up. You're connecting. This is cold, dreary, yuck. But don't worry about it. You go here and you allow your soul family to watch your back. Right now, be very, very careful not to assume anything. You're not quite in to the other side yet. You can see your mind is there, but your body's not quite there yet. So what you don't see, you don't understand, don't assume. Remember my twin said, I'm not who you think I am. See past the illusion. This is the illusion, the wall between the worlds, right? This is the reality of what's really going on right now. There's been lessons in the past. You've learned these lessons and you're leaving them behind, but you're going to carry them forward now, and now they're wisdom in your crown. You're going to put those in your tool belt. This is a place, however, where you're kind of in the middle of what was and what will be. This is about things that were created and left, and things that will be created or in the process of. So right now, don't assume you know everything, because you don't. That's the smartest place to be, is observe. That's what the snowy owl said, right? I like to observe. It keeps me from getting in trouble. There's going to be reasons for celebration, huge freedom, rainbow after the storm, full color coming in. This mystery right now, you don't know it. You don't understand it yet. It's woven with Spirit. This is not for us to figure out right now. Spirit's asking for us to trust that whatever you've done in your past, those seeds of consciousness, desires, efforts that you've planted, they are taking root. But what's going to come in front of it, it's probably not what you were expecting. it's probably going to be better. But this is like having that childlike innocence and excitement about what's to come. Like it's a wonderful surprise. Like the party that's going to happen. Right now in a relationship, this is about exploring what's going on between you and someone else. The energy that you're feeling. This isn't about, I know who they are and they know who they are. No, you don't. This is about, there's all kinds of things to discover, new and exciting. Curiosity. I've got chills. I gotta show you. I've got chills all over my arms. Can you see it? Oh, it's too up close. Hold on. I gotta tell you. I've got chills on my legs, chills on my arms. You can't fake chills. Something magical is happening right now. You don't know what's going on right now. You don't know. But it's something that's magical that's happening. This is about exploring. This relationship is here to show you parts of yourself that you didn't even understand, or you've yet to experience. Oh my God, it's getting more and more. I can't tell you that it's getting more and more. This is going to show you parts of yourself that you didn't even know that you could be, how you could be. You've never experienced something like this before. This is going to educate you about what you need, about what you like, about what you don't like, about what's really important to you. What are your values? What really matters to you? This is very, very critical. This is really, really important. These things matter. These are deep, important things that you don't want to rush. You don't want to push through it fast. This is about savoring and really allowing yourself to feel the texture of this relationship. Look at the texture on here. To me, it's all about feeling. For your work, this is about you doing things in your way. Everybody has I talked about this yesterday. Everybody has a unique way of doing things, just like you do. And maybe you've tried what has worked for others, hoping that that would work for you. And sometimes it has, and sometimes it hasn't. Right? Maybe it didn't work. You did it their way. But maybe you should be doing it your way. It's a gamble, right? So wouldn't you rather gamble on you and on what you know and how you are? If you try and follow somebody else's way of doing things, you're going to blow it. You're going to forget things. It doesn't come naturally to you. But when you act on your own instincts and you follow and you do things that come from your own mindset, and use your own skills, your own innate abilities, clearly you're going to excel at that because it's real, it's authentic, it's coming from you. You can look at different examples and the way people do things, and you could maybe adopt certain aspects, but really, truthfully, this needs to be you, your work, the way you would do it. That's the way you're going to be successful. And stay open and curious and receptive and aware and alert to everything and everyone. Thoughts, ideas, viewpoints, where you might alter things. And with Spirit helping you, they're going to pull something together that's going to be fantastic. This is amazing. This is a beautiful readings today. At 58 minutes and 53 seconds, we go to our last. Things happen for a reason, just believe. Or earth signs. King of Autumn. So this is the King of Pentacles, I would say. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic. We've had queens and we've had kings. And we've had the High Priestess. We've had a lot. This is about financial or earthly issues. And you're looking at a cornucopia of abundance, right? You're looking at harvest. Autumn is also harvest. I love the leaves. And this is my favorite horse, Palomino. I love them. It's telling you everything's going to turn out fantastic. Your projects are going to be fantastic, stunningly successful. You're going to have exciting new career opportunities in front of you. It's possible for you, right? When Spirit brings us to a door of opportunity, it requires us to go through it. This one's going through with gusto, right? Paying attention to their intuition and leaning into the divine masculine, which is forward movement, growth, abundance, right? Exciting new opportunities are possible. Money, resources that come your way, whatever you get, invest it wisely. Because you're going to be going into winter, right? This is autumn, this is good. But this is about using your power of your forward movement in a controlled way. You've got abundance, or you will have abundance. Use it wisely. You're very successful. This is a worldly person. This is a king. Fulfilled. Clearly, material satisfaction. He's in a beautiful place. Abundance everywhere. Fruit, vegetables, health, vibrant health. Adorned. Clearly, this one is very regal. You look at a horse, they're noble, they're proud, they're powerful, successful. And you should be proud of yourself. This is also about security, discipline, and being trustworthy. This is a father figure. We spoke about this, that we had the emperor yesterday, but this is not quite the emperor, but this one is as well. Someone who likes to take care of others, is able to provide guidance. This is like the Queen of Cups. They're the King of Autumn, different time period, right? This is like Midas. You got the Midas touch. This reminds me of my father. Everything he touches turns to gold. This guy's definitely reached the height of his career by his own success. He doesn't have to struggle. He can accomplish what he has and whatever he chooses to go out and do in the future, because he's already proven himself, even to himself. He's not lacking in confidence. This could represent a person in your life, or this could represent you fulfilling something, fulfillment of a task. You've gone through a very difficult time and you've been successful of it. A fantastic investment, a fantastic business venture. You may have achieved things spiritually. Right now, you've got a richness of life, very full. This is a beautiful place to be, right? You're set up. To me, I'm focusing more on spirituality with the light shining through, because, abundance, your health, you're healthy, you're fed, you're in a peaceful environment, you're connected to spirit. But I don't see any material trappings here, except for the crown. So to me, the focus is more on that. But it does as well say financially you are well off. You've done well. This is a person that you can call upon and trust. This is a person who knows how to run companies, who knows how to command people. Natural leader. Well thought out approach to things. Some people think that he's boring. He might be overly focused on business matters. This also could represent that maybe you need to get using that brain of yours to figure out an issue. Find a solution to whatever your problem is. This one also has the ability to, I don't want to say the word schmooze because that sounds like it's insincere. It's not disingenuous. This is somebody who is able to fit in with any environment, communicate clearly with everyone and anyone. People of higher status, lower status. This one is able to speak to all comfortably, no matter what their status. He doesn't judge. This one likes quality, likes a full, rich life. And this one will spend money on what he thinks is important. This is so much like my father, I can't even believe it. So this is either an attitude that you have, or this is somebody in your life. This is definitely somebody that you can feel safe with. Somebody that you can be proud of. I was always proud of my dad. This is also telling you that things are going to turn out well. You might be promoted. You're being looked at as competent and successful, and they want you. for this position. Or maybe you're going to retire. You've got what you need. You're retiring from your work. You've done enough. And now you're going to allow yourself to reap the benefits of all this hard work that you've gone through. Maybe you've somebody that's just, all you've done is work your whole life. That's what I said about my dad. You know, he worked, but what I want is your time. I don't want what you can give me. I want you. So maybe you've gotten to the place where you're able now to spend the time with the ones that you love. Maybe you've not allowed yourself to have a life of your own. Maybe it's all been all work and no play, and now you get to. When I think of my father, I would definitely call him charismatic, very classy, but also very grounded. This person gets along well with children. See him playing in the field? Being that he's the king of autumn, and it's mostly about, you see vegetables and fruit here. This is most likely a vegetarian. I love this man. He's probably very, very interested in the environment. What's interesting is, this is a gypsy vanner horse. I call it a palomino. That's the colors. A gypsy. That's interesting to me. They're draft horses. They're big. They're strong. But their palomino coloring means that they've got a heart of gold. And their mane, their psychic antennae, is very pure and connected to spirit. This is somebody who is a philanthropist. This is somebody who gives to help others. I love this person. Now there's our snowy owl sitting on top of that sleeping moon. Now, interesting, here we see a deep knowing, but we got it in reverse. So even the snowy owl's eyes are closed. First thing that comes to me is you need rest, just like the Queen of Cups. You've probably been giving. Look how tired you both are. You're making me sleepy right now. Literally, I feel like I have a dream coming on. Lord. You're probably, you need a timeout. You need a timeout. You've been picking up way too much energy from everybody else. In the very beginning of this reading, it said, this is a time for non-action, right? It's for silently observing, meditation, waiting. And this is the time to do it. This is how we start the reading. This is how we end the reading. You might be exhausted, psychically pulling in way too much. You need to set boundaries. Your boundaries aren't clear enough. We have that happen. It's like the Queen of Cups. We want to give, and then we don't realize until it's already to the point where we're just mentally and physically exhausted, where we realize our boundaries have been blown open because we just, we dropped our boundaries, our walls, our protection because we were tired. So maybe we should take a swim in the ocean. We still have warm water here. Have a sea salt bath. Pull the toxic energy out. Do a cutting cords and clearing and shielding meditation. This is the time again, right? Just like the snowy owl said in the beginning. Don't speak. Let's keep things to ourselves right now. We don't want you to be too open right now. We're not saying be paranoid, but just kind of keep it kind of quiet. Keep your boundaries very, very clear right now. Because right now, you're run down and you need to take care of yourself. This is about saying no to any situation that is draining of your energy. You don't have it. You don't have the reserves right now. 4 and 3, again, we get the number 7. You're on the right path. It will exceed your expectations. And remember, things happen for a reason, right? Things happen for a reason. Just believe. Right now, it's time for rest. And at 1 hour and 9 minutes, we're at a wrap. What a beautiful reading. I love you guys.